Welcome, it's Tom Rush, Rush Reviews, and today we have the full review on one that I think it was back around Feb 14 or something, that February of this year, I think about the 14th, that I introduced you to this one that I was going to do a review on, but I've been wanted to give it some time, a month, a bit over a month, to review it for you, just due to the fact that I've been very caught up with different things, and I like to give it a long test to see what I really think about something, and this is no different. So I hope you enjoy the review. I'll get on with it. Civivi. Okay, what is Civivi? Well, according to their website, C is happiness, V is joy. So I guess it's happiness, joy. Happiness, joy. Okay, so there you go. You may not have known that. But this is the one here. It is the, zoom in a bit there. It's the grey aluminium handle, black stone-washed 14C 28N blade. And that is its spelling there, Chevalier. Oh, wow. And it's the C20022B-3. So came in this box. It's been opened, obviously. I will just reopen that for you, give you a very quick look if you didn't see the preview I did on this, or the unboxing. That was the baggie that it came in. The box with a silica gel down the bottom there, and well, the normal little fluffy cases, along with the normal fare, standard fare, one of the many Aluminium stickers, along with another little almost bright green sticker, and product use and warranty info card, along with a very nice little microfiber cleaning cloth there. So it's actually quite a good size, that one. Yeah, so there you go. Nice little cloth. In fact, I'll maybe do this, and we can do it this way. There you go. So this is it. Why did I get this knife? Well, firstly, the name did nothing for me. Difficult to pronounce, long and complicated, but that's okay. It's only a name. The actual knife itself got me in really as soon as I saw the blade shape design. I'll open that up for you. It is a flipper and a button lock. So it's the flipper, and if you just have a look at the beautiful shape of that, to me it's beautiful. To somebody else it could be not to their liking, but I definitely enjoy this style. I love Sheepsfoot and Warncliffe blade styles. This one covers that area. I like the way Civivi do their let me just zoom in there a bit and do their little rather than just putting a screw in there, or a Torx head, they pretty it up with their logo, and then there's really no other information on the blade itself. So yeah, I think they do a very clean job. The one thing I would note when I got this particular one that I'd basically been holding off on for about 2 years, and then they brought out the second version of it, which really only means that it's got the aluminium handle scales, as far as I can tell, is the fact that Yeah, aluminium I like. I think it's a good choice. Maybe not the best choice, but for the style of EDC type, gentleman carry sort of folder that this is, I think it's an appropriate choice and works well in this scenario. I like the Stonewashed black blade. I wasn't sure if I was going to. I never buy, well, no, that's not true. I rarely buy, blades that aren't satin or whatnot, or stonewashed. Just because I like the idea if I'm cutting food prep, whatever, that I'm not getting any remnants of this DLC, or I don't think it's DLC, it could be PVD coating, or however they do their coating. I'm not too sure, but yeah, the button, it's a button lock. It's got the recess section there, so that if you look at this on this angle, you can see it's not sticking out, which is a good thing, because it is less, well, I'll tell you the truth, you do that and then it sticks out, but not much, and just enough for you to find your, I can find it, push the button in and close it, so it works really well. The two exposed screw holes you can see here, they've done that for the lefties, for the stainless steel pocket clip, which is a no snag, so it slides in beautifully into my jeans pocket, cargo pants, or even a very summertime polyester style of pants. It holds well, retains its clippiness, and really does a good job. There's nothing else much to get in the way. You've got a little bit sticking out here for the flipper, but not too much. So I think they've really, done an excellent job in the first place, and then they've decided to make another one. Why? Well, I think they just wanted to have the new handle scales, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the only difference I can see. I mean, it could be the fact that this is a Stonewash blade. I honestly didn't go back and see whether the first generation of these were, whether they did a Stonewash blade. They may have, but yeah, other than that, I really can't tell what the difference may be. This one does have a lanyard post that they include with it. Sorry about that, I'll get that up closer for you. Hopefully I can get that. There you go. And it's a little high up there, but it would come out about there. So your lanyard, yeah, it'll work in a pinch. So at least they include it, and I think it's a good idea to have it. Would I use it? Not on this particular knife. I mean, I use them where the handles, not long enough, and this one is well and truly long enough for my hand. Medium-sized hand. And as you can see there, fits a treat, feels fantastic in the hand. I love the feeling of this particular Civivi knife. The way they've got the sort of cut out there, they've done the same on there for symmetry, but yeah, it really feels fantastic with that neutral handle, and you can just sort of grip on this. As for the this part here, the clip, sometimes there can be a problem with me. This one, with a lot of cutting, I have found it can get a bit raw right at about this point here, the back bit, and a little bit here, but that's a lot of boxes. So yeah, really well done. It's got, of course, the ceramic bearings that the blade sits upon, to give you the that you can. This is something that I'm not overly thrilled about. I've got a Kaiser sheepdog, and the button, I will admit, you can disengage it, which is very dangerous, easier than you can with this one. This one, I would say, is a little bit safer, but I do enjoy the fidgetability and the you haven't missed out with this. I mean, you've got you got that, the old flipper tab, and you've got the button to close it. Or you could, what I would do with the mini sheepdog is a lot of this, right, and, which is fun. This one I just can't get the swing of it because there's a little bit of button stick on mine. That may not be on every example, but the one that I got, a little bit of button stick, and yeah, I don't know whether you can hear it, but let me just if you can listen. Yeah, so it's not bad, and it'll go. So I believe. I hope it goes. If it doesn't, I'll pull it apart and work on it a bit, but which isn't hard because I've got the tools. I just really would prefer to keep the Loctite and everything in place until I feel it really needs some adjustment. There you go. So it's a Torx 8 screw there, and on the pivot. Yeah, that's a Torx 8 as well. So that is a really good thing because sometimes they use the T6, and the T6 sometimes they can be a bit finicky, or they can even break, which isn't a great thing. They do, I believe, give you. I thought they gave you spares. Actually, it was this. I'm a little puzzled. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's only Kaiser, but yeah, I really thought they did. Oh, must be wrong, but nonetheless, yeah, the blade shape being that sheep's foot, beautifully done, very easy to sharpen. It's very sharp as it is. Let me see if I can chop something for you. Oh, that was a really bad idea. Okay. So, there you go. Let me just. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit careful because you don't want to. When you're trying to draw it on camera, I'm looking at the screen, not at the paper. So yeah, things go a bit. So now I'll look at the paper and see how I go. We've got a fuller down here. Now, this fuller, you might be thinking, what a great idea. I can use my middle finger to flick that out, and lo and behold, some people can, it's just not me. So I have tried many times, and I just can't seem to get it to happen. So I have no problem. It's so easy to do with the flipper tab. It is a joy. Total, as Civivi would say, happiness and joy. C or CI, happiness, VI, joy. Or in Civivi's case, sorry, happiness, joy. Okay, so yeah, definitely I think they're onto a winner with this design. I love the shape, I love the feel in the hand. The scales are not slick, but they're not as grippy as the more powdery sword, as for instance on this Kaiser. So I love this Kaiser. It's had so much use, this knife. It's the clipper, and I'm not going to go into it because I love it and I won't stop talking about it. I just wish they'd bring this one out with a titanium handle, and I would buy it instantly. So having a look at his having a look at the actual website for the gentleman that makes these. He's in Queensland, Australia. Yeah, he is sold out on all the titanium ones, and I'd happily buy one off him. I love it. So anyway, look, back to this one. Yeah, look, it's got a 14C28N steel, which sharpens up beautifully. It strops beautifully. You can get it back to that razor sharpness, no problem at all. Speaking of which, I wonder if I can shave a bit of hair here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm... Once again, I'm looking at the screen. It's rather dangerous. Yeah, so it shaves, no problem. No problem at all. And I didn't strop it before I put it on camera, which I probably should have, but didn't want to get the green gunk on it. So, yeah, what else can I tell you? The button has a little bit of button stick, as I mentioned. Sometimes it's worse than others, but yeah, a little off-putting. I've never had that before, but I guess I can live with it if it doesn't improve, but I'm sure it will. There's no blade play, left, right, up, down, nothing. It's got, as I say, the T8s all around for the body screws and the pivot screw. It says that it's got a 3mm blade thickness. Now, I don't know, you tell me, but I definitely don't quite agree with that. So if I get this, and we got 2.8. Go a bit further. What have I got? 2.8. Yeah. 2. Well, a little bit thinner there, but as expected. 2.8. Yeah, so it's 2.8 on the blade thickness, and I've compared it to other 2.8s that are stated as 2.8, and it measures the same. So I'm not sure where they got the 3mm from, but that's okay. We don't mind. The slicier, the better. For me, I don't mind. Somebody else might want a stockier blade, but I find them a nuisance, and they just impede the sliciness of it. As sometimes does the Stonewash. This is beautiful. This is done so well. I won't hesitate to get another Stonewash blade with Civivi. So yeah, really nicely done knife overall. And yeah, just very little to complain about. That little bit of lock stick is my only complaint, and the mismeasurement, or it could be me, but I doubt it, of the blade thickness. There's just nothing that I don't like about it, other than the fact that I just can't stop using it when compared to the Kaiser Clipper. So no allegiance to Civivi, no allegiance to Kaiser, other than they both do a great job, and I just feel as though I get a lot more out of this one. It does have C3, I think C3 blade steel. Here I am talking about it again. I've got to get it out of there. 3V blade steel, which is incredible stuff. And the length of the blade on this just perfect. Sorry, get it out of there. Okay, it's perfect. Anyhow, this one, yeah, the length of the blade's fantastic. I'll just go through some points that may not have been mentioned. Just check my list here. I mentioned the long fuller, which is good for looks, but other than that, pretty pointless. Other than get bits of gunk caught in there, but I like it. I'm kind of glad they put it there. I like aesthetics. I love the Sheepsfoot blade. I didn't mention that on the Civivi website. They do mention that's between 57 and 59 on the HRC Rockwell scale. The flat ground blade, which is so beautifully done. There's just no beautifully done. No problems with it at all. The handle, I think, is one of the nicest looking. That grey Stonewash is a treat. One of the nicest looking, and yeah, certainly one of the nicest feeling handles I've had in hand. Really do think it's a treat. Sorry to bring this out again, but need to put some oil on this fella. I've been using it so much. This does have on the clipper it's got a bit of grip, no doubt about it, and it feels just fine to me. This one is a little bit more premium feeling, but a little bit more slippery. I'll take this every day. Yeah, really impressed, but that's okay. This does feel better. If I was giving as a gift to somebody who didn't know a lot about knives and I wanted to give them a lot of use out of it, I reckon this would be the one. Definitely, because it looks the part, it looks the biz, it feels so beautiful in hand. It has that straight blade edge, so they're not as likely to slice or stab themselves with this one. But it's still got that very nice little, I won't use that, but nick part there where you can sort of get in to find stuff and just sort of so it does all that beautifully. The weight of this one is 92.90 grams or 90.2 grams, 3.18 ounces. I didn't check that. We will quickly check that to make sure that is true and correct, since sometimes these things can be a little bit off. So I certainly hope I've got enough light on the subject. If I haven't, let me know in the comments, please. 89.55, and they said 90.2. Now, who says that this scale is perfect? So I don't know. They might be right, and probably are. Yeah, I don't know. I can only tell you what the scales say and what the specifications say, and this mismatch of a gram or something isn't much enough to worry about. You're never going to notice. I mentioned, I think, tip up only. So you've got tip up, slide in your pocket, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so if you imagine your jeans there, so yeah, you're not going to see anything. Really well done, deep, buried in your pocket. You're not going to notice that one. So well done. They got that right. And what else? Yeah, right, left carry, which can change it round. They gave you the holes. Handle filling out. Coat ceramic bearings. And just for interest's sake, the name Chevalier. Chevalier. That's how I'd pronounce it. Chevalier. Could be wrong, but that's how I'd pronounce it. Sounds cool. Is apparently translates to knightly. So as in like the king's knights of the king's army. That sort of knight in shining armour. So very cool. Very cool name. Very difficult to say. Maybe I would have called it something shorter, but hey, I'm from Australia, so we shorten everything. If it's everything's if it's Bobby, it's Bob. If it's Jonathan, it's John. If it's Stuart, it's Stu. If it's Kenneth, it's Ken. If we could shorten it more, we would. So yeah, that's just how we roll over here. It's sometimes embarrassing, but that's how it is. So yeah, look, I think it's a treat. I love it. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. I just honestly think it's just too damn sexy to use. So that's the dilemma that I've got. I just think it's too pretty to use. I don't want to mess it up. Yes, I've chopped through boxes and all the rest, and yes, I could obviously do some food prep and that sort of thing, but I don't know. I'm having trouble. It's sort of like such a pretty knife. I've had a couple of others like that too, and I'm just I'm reluctant to. There's other knives that are ugly ducklings I can use for that. So anyway, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully it gives you a little bit more insight into this one. And the watch I'm wearing today is one of the original, or not the original, one of the modern day interpretations of the Seiko turtle, which is really nice little knife. It's good for something different, this one, you know. It's got sort of like the depth of the waves going, it gets darker. Or I've heard two different things: either it's the depth and you go down, it gets darker and darker, or it's the I think the sperm whale or the humpback whale or something with the with those lines indicating. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but who really cares? Great watches. Love these watches. Why do I love them so much? They're just so versatile. Drilled out lug holes. Yeah, I'll have to do a review on these. Yeah, I love them. It's got the nice. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a few of these. I've got 5 of them. So anyway, yeah, Chevalier. Love it. Great knife. Will get more use when I build up the courage to use it more. Alright, look, if you like the video, if you can if you can hit that subscribe button, really help the channel. And if you want to see more content like this, hopefully it'll help you. Comments, as I always say, always appreciated. And never dislike a comment. Please tell me what knife you would like to get in the Civivi or even the Kaiser range, and I'll tell you that you should be getting this one. I'm only kidding. Get it out of there again. Yeah, so leave a comment, and until next time, this is Tom Rush signing off. Thank you.